My Beeformation journey has been game-changing, I'd say. For me, I think there were large periods where I feel like you find excuses for the reason you don't get into sorting out your health or training or working. It's always like work, family, this, that. And I feel like coming into this, I tried to prepare myself as much as I could by, looking on Instagram. I probably looked through her page like a million times. I contacted her, tried to get my mind right. I think I even went on holiday just before. But honestly, nothing actually prepares you for what you've got to do. One thing, you take away from everything we've done is that it's hard work. Every morning you wake up, you've got to work hard. Every session you have with B or every session you have by yourself, you've got to work hard. And you've got to fit it around everything you're doing. I think I've been able to take away that there are no excuses. Like, these last 8 weeks they've been challenging, they've been hard, but when you finish, you say to yourself that, look, if I was able to do it in this environment, in this way, and so intense, that there's no reason I shouldn't be able to carry on. Even if I drop the level of intensity, there's no reason I shouldn't be able to carry on, thinking about what you eat, thinking about how you train, thinking about how you work, and planning everything you do around that. I would say that I got into this purely because, truth be told, you look at yourself. Like, you might look at yourself in the mirror, or you might look at the clothes that you're wearing or the things that you want to wear, and you're not happy. You're not actually happy. That's the truth. Like, there's nothing else in it. You're just not happy, and you're not happy with the level of effort you're putting in. And in my situation, if I'll be honest with you, I understood that I can't and I couldn't necessarily motivate myself to be able to just do it. And I would say having that understanding and realism that, you don't necessarily have all of the tools to begin or know where to start. So you've got to get in touch with someone who does know. And yeah, I give it B, she knows her stuff. When you start and the first week you hear the numbers 100 over and over and over again, yeah, trust me, by like day 3, day 4, and she tells you to do an exercise and she tells you you've got 100 of them, you pretend to smile on the outside, but on the inside, it's going to be pain. But yeah, we're here 8 weeks later. It's been different because I'm one of 2 people who did it online. I was able to see B's part 7, I think it was, and I saw Dion on there, and I saw the results that she got, and she did it online, and I just said to myself, all right, cool, there's no more excuses. But I did it online with somebody else, Temi. I had sessions when, we did it together. I had sessions when it was just me and B. On Beeformation, I'm one of the first males or the first men to do it online. I think after seeing Dion do it online and the results she got, I contacted B and I was just like, I need to do this. But I knew it'd be hard. I knew it'd be different. Only God knows how she found it. But and I was only down in Derby for my last week, so it was literally about 7.5 weeks of doing it online, over the phone, and kind of being managed from a distance. But it was fantastic, I can't even lie. Generally, the way she deals with you on the phone, you would feel like she was in the gym with you. So I would say to anybody who, sees it online and thinks, okay, that person is too far away or whatever, don't be deterred. If you think that person or that program is the right one for you, there's always going to be a way to find out how to do it. I was literally in gyms in East London, talking on the phone, looking like a madman in a studio or in a gym, getting it done. And I felt like it was no different from the guys who were also in the gym with me, whose PTs were standing like literally a metre away from them. So I enjoyed it. It was good. It was different doing it online, but I'm really happy I did it. Yeah, it's been one of the biggest juggles of my life, really. Like, you're balancing work, you're balancing training, you're trying to eat meals, you're trying to keep on top of everything. It's just hard. It's hard, I can't even lie. I won't even pretend or make it seem as if this is a simple 8-week program, or this is something that's easy to, jump on, jump off, and you've got to be really dedicated. And I think you have to understand ultimately that you have your own personal goal. So yeah, it's one of those, like when you jump on, personally, I set myself a target, and I'd hoped I would lose roughly around 2 stone. But this came from, obviously, like I said, trawling the pages and seeing everyone else's weight loss. But honestly, the way Bee pushed us and the way Bee pushed me personally, I lost 3.1 stone. So I can't complain. I would literally recommend it to anyone, but I would say to anyone who wants to get involved, you have to know the dedication that you've got to put into this. You know what I mean? You only are going to get, out what you put in. I feel like if you come in half-hearted, you're not gonna get results, and you're gonna end up quitting. I feel like in our group, which I was really, really happy about, is that there were some really motivated people. So especially considering I'm in London, and near enough 90% of the rest of the group are in Derby, being in a group and hearing the people talk and so on, when they post their graphs and you see the exercise they're doing and you see the work you've got to put in, one of the things you kind of take away from is it gives you that extra bit of motivation. So for me, throughout the whole 8 weeks, I'll say 7 because I came down to Derby for the last week, even when you kind of felt a bit alone, you'd always jump into the group and you'd see everybody talking about what they're doing, how we're getting on. So you might physically have been doing it by yourself, but you never felt like you were on this journey by yourself. I'm happy for myself, and I'm actually happy for a lot, if not all of the people in the group who were able to finish. I think everybody, when you see the pictures of us from week 1 to like literally the final weeks, to the pictures where people are dying, sometimes I'm on the phone to Bee and she's just like, yeah, you're not the only one today. Everybody's weak today. Everybody's starving from carbs. Or like for me, my worst 2 weeks was, yeah, my mood was at its, it was at its lowest. But honestly, 8 weeks later, I can't believe it. If someone told me that I'd be doing this for however many days in a row, training 2 times a day, and then and then doing 3 sessions in a day, I would have laughed. I'd have been like, that's not me, I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, 8 weeks later, if you tell me to put on, I have no problem. If you tell me to do 100 burpees, yeah, I've heard the number 100 enough times now, innit? So, if you ask me for 3 words to describe Beeformation, they would be, I would say hard, because every single day is hard graft. From the beginning to the end, I would have said educational. In 8 weeks, you do not realize how much you learn about your body, how much you learn about diet, how much you learn about your relationship with food as well. That to me is absolutely, like, for the rest of whatever, massive. And last word, I'd say graft. I'd say it's a graft. I think you just have to be willing to graft. I think for me, there's one thing is working hard when you're in your sessions, but I think you just have to be able to graft. You have to have that mentality deep down and know that you've got to dig in somewhere deep every single session, whether you're by yourself or whether you're in the gym. So my 3 words would definitely be hard, they would be educational, and they would be graft. Yeah, it's like I said, it's been a game changer. I think it's changed my outlook and my perspective on not just even fitness, but just health and well-being in general. I feel, and it just makes you understand you can juggle a million things in life, and as long as your approach is determined and you have the right level of focus, you can smash through anything. So I'm happy not just on the fitness side of things, but I think I'm happy on everything, on the well-being, and just going to be how I approach everything in life. So yeah, it's been like I said, a game changer in 8 weeks.